best part of the day. Nobody's around. It's quiet. The sun's just about to come up. That is when I think everything looks the fucking coolest. So see, just not so harsh. It's nicer, filtered, orangey red light. And because the light's low, you don't get heavy shadows over subjects. Just saw that there's a skate park right down the road from my house. So check that out. Obviously not going to skate it. Not today, not tomorrow, probably not next week. One of my favourite things to take photos of is skate parks. So they just got sick little interesting curves and shapes and it creates cool shadows. I like to shoot photos of parks in the fog when they're empty. I don't know why, but it's kind of a good recipe for me, what I like to shoot. We're just about to cross over now into the city. There's the harbour. What is this crazy thing? A boat, but it's a house. I don't know what it is, but it looks sick. Canada. That's where we're at. We're just going past the old Parliament building. I don't really know what I'm going to shoot photos of, which is kind of most of the case. You kind of cruise around and see what inspires you, but I don't know, sometimes days like today you don't always feel super inspired, like nothing seems to stand out. It's probably there, but I don't know, maybe not always in the zone yet. Sometimes you just got to get flicking. And then, you know, it's almost like you warm up in a weird way, but it's a thing. Maybe cool old school lamppost with flowers on it. Maybe that's my warm up. Not amazing, but not cool. It's kind of busy with all the other leaves. If I shoot real wide open, I should be able to isolate it a little bit. Well, I guess that's my warm-up shot. Yeah, not that interesting, but like I said, sometimes you just gotta start warming up. But the camera's out of the bag, so once it's out of the bag, it stays out of the bag, which is good. It's like getting your skateboard out of the car. It's no good if it's just sitting in the boot, you know. And then it's like you get your skateboard out of the boot and you're still kind of like, I don't really know if I can skate today. But you start moving and you do a little shitty manual or something and your legs start warming up, have a little stretch, and then you're kind of away. Oh, such a gorgeous morning. Sun's just peeking out. That's what I mean about the morning light photographers like. It's soft and sort of orangey tones in it. Completely different to the light that's shining on you when it's the middle of the day and the sun's directly overhead. These buildings are pretty cool with their little half arch windows. Surely there's something there. I feel like there's a photo in there somewhere, but maybe the light's just not hitting it yet. It's like, it's hard to see, but it's like there's quite European shaped buildings, European style architecture, but then it's also reminds me a lot of Wellington in New Zealand. Similar sort of harbour city. Morning. Pretty warm already. I could definitely use a coffee. This is a sweet thing I've seen in Vancouver. Now here, these people have these houseboats. Well, they're not really houseboats because they don't go anywhere, I don't think. Yeah, they've essentially built their houses, and they've built them like a traditional style house. It's just floating. Imagine having your little morning coffee there on the balcony. That'd be dope. I kind of feel like I need to wait for this one. Like, the light's got those buildings, but I like these ones. Maybe I circle back. Felt quite restricted shooting that. I'm just shooting my digital today, XT-2. I've had it for quite a long time. I've never really felt the need to upgrade my digi. The XT3, XT4, XT5 have all come out since then, but I'm still happy. But I'm just restricted because I only have my 35mm lens. Because it's APS-C, of course it's the equivalent to a 50mm. So landscapey shots like that are quite difficult. Yeah, it doesn't really provide the most ideal shooting scenario when you're quite like boxed in with a 50 equivalent. I probably need to invest in a 23 or at least a 27. But often when I shoot landscape, which I do mostly, I'll shoot film. My Nikons have got a 33 and a 50 on those. So, sorry, a 35 and a 50. So I sort of tend to have my bases covered when it comes to landscapey type shots. I've only got black and white left. I don't know, sometimes I just roll with a 35mm camera, and that's great, obviously. And sometimes I just bring out my Digi because I just want to fire away and sort of throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. I nearly bought 2 cameras with me this morning, but I'm massively against that. You know, if I'm on a road trip or something, obviously all cameras are with me in the camera bag in the back of the car, but I feel like when I'm out shooting, you know, like walking around or biking, it's just better to have one camera, because you'll see something and then you'll be like, oh fuck, I need my other one, and then you're like fiddling around with shit, putting shit in a bag, and you know, if you just roll with what you've got, you just kind of deal with it, and you just you just work with your equipment basically, and I feel like you end up getting better results that way, because if you take 2 cameras or 2 lenses or whatever, like, it's so good to have the options, and there's times when you need to do that, I think, but you know, when you're just cruising around taking photos, like, it's too distracting having shit. Being like, oh shit, I'll throw on the 35mm lens so I can get this landscapey shot, and then like, oh, that person looks cool over there, and then I gotta fuck around with my 50mm, and by that time the moment's gone. So 1 lens, 1 camera, most of the time. Just came across this pretty sick little surf motel. Yeah, another tricky one. The light's not quite on the car, but it's perfect on the sign. Oh well. Pretty cool. Let's see what else is out there.